So welcome back to another video. Today is the second day of mini, well at least the second video of mini for me. So I'll be playing some Last Word Shadow. Last Word's got the new card Kagero, which is Last Word's support card. It helps you clear board with its Rush and Bane, and it gives you his token spell, which can also help you deal 5 damage. So it's kind of like a Dark Atlas if you like cross your eyes really hard. So that's the deck. I mean, this little list will be running here. It has of course Dark Atlas. There's a lot of standard Last Word stuff. We cut out the whole Evil Exhumer package along with all those neutral followers, just because we want to be able to find Dark Atlas, and we want to be able to find the Kagero with Grey Void Knight's search effect. So we're cutting out every other Last Word Shadow follower. We also run Corpse Crusher here. We run a bunch of trees generators because trees are very efficient Last Words, especially with Desert Wanderer, which is like 2 Last Words for 1 PP. So yeah, this will be running. So let's just jump into some games. So our first game for today, we will be going first against Portal here. I feel like Portal's new cards weren't particularly good, so it's most likely just gonna be Artifact. Well, it could be other things as well, but I think Artifact is quite common right now, even though Port is still the start of the mini. So for the mulligan, we won early on 3 generators. So the Terran, we won the early Last Words cards with like the Terran piece. Desert Wanderer was probably also fine. Twofold Grace is very good. The Reveal Bandit, the 1 cost, is also pretty good. And of course we won Dark Atlas as well. Usually I don't, well, I just sort of like play by feel when I mulligan with this. I just want to find, basically the mulligan is you just want to have things to do early game, because generally a lot of the time you don't really have things to do early game. So yeah, I just go ahead and play the trees here just to draw into the deck. I could have played Dark Atlas here, but like it'll just give them a trade target, so I don't really see a reason to do that, go out of my way to do that for them. So I just went with Dark Atlas here. I pick up the Squiomi here just to clear the Vamia. I could have played the Reveal Outlaw and then traded it as well, but I think this is fine as well. Go ahead and summon out the zombie just to, I guess, pressure them a bit. So there is their Lazuli here, that's fine. And there goes our zombie. So our hand's looking a bit thin, so we probably want to fix that at some point. About time to play the Dark Atlases. You don't have as much neutral cards as you did in the previous versions of this deck in previous expansions, so you do have to watch out a bit for your Dark Atlas countdown. So that's Twofold Grace is extra important now compared to in the past because of that. Although you do have trees as well, which are neutral cards, so you definitely can look to hold onto the trees. You also have Beautiful Steed, which is also a neutral card which can help with Dark Atlas's countdown. Also worth noting that Beautiful Steed will buff the Dark Atlas that comes out if you play it as well, so that's a pretty nice bonus you can use to get more damage out of your game instead of the old fountain that wouldn't work. Here I'm taking inefficient trades on purpose, of course, to make sure that they keep these Innocences on board, just to board lock them. Go ahead and crystallize another Dark Atlas here. We're still at well, we're at 9 Last Words, so actually pretty well on our way. We can probably start hitting the face with Dark Atlas next turn onwards. Okay, looks like my opponent didn't have much plays they could make, so they just go ahead and play the Rhino here. It's good for us. And there's the Post-Apocalyptic Girls as well. Got another Dark Atlas, so that's all 3. Generally you don't really like putting all 3 out. Your board can get very full very fast if you do that, so worth watching out. So we go ahead and play the Steed here, and the Steed will buff the Dark Atlas. Go ahead and hit face here. Put Dark Atlas back in her in the crystallize, I guess, and summon the other one out. I don't think I had lethal here. I'm pretty sure that wasn't lethal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't lethal here. So just go ahead and hit them in the face here, and then just go ahead and use the Corpse Crusher to chip a bit more damage. And if they're not careful with their damage shields, they can pop their own damage shield with the zombies last as well, which is hopefully what happens here. We're forcing them to heal. At this point we don't really care if we give them trade targets, since they're probably gonna die next turn. There's the Batrathia coming out. Gonna use the Spinaras to draw. We got a Mystic Artifact here, for which they're gonna use. And that's the Post-Apocalyptic Girls. It's still pretty heavy at 4 cost, so that they won't be able to play it yet. Or they do play it here apparently. So they do play the Post-Apocalyptic Girls. I guess they want the damage shield and the healing. They're back up to 15, but with Dark Alices already ready and with Kagero in hand, this should be pretty easy to deal. They go ahead and get rid of their own damage shield for us, which doesn't end up mattering because I have Tsukuyomi this turn anyway. And even if I didn't have Tsukuyomi this turn, I just draw the 2-Volt Grace, which I can get a Tsukuyomi out of anyway, so yeah, it really didn't matter that they didn't save their own damage shield. So yeah, let's go ahead and trade off here and then hit them in the face and finish them off with Kagero's spell. So that's it for this game. Let's move on to the next one. So our next game, we are against Haven and we are going first again. Yes, I mean, we do prefer going first, I think. Again, we just look for our usual early game stuff. Kagero's not great to keep, I don't think. I mean, he is an early last words, but like, I think you rather find something that actually draws you cards in the early games because your hand can run out if you don't draw cards properly. There's the Dark Alice here. Go ahead and put that down, just start, I don't know, getting the last words going. Haven currently doesn't run much banish because they're playing the evil Haven deck, so we don't really have to worry about Dark Alice getting banished that badly, although some may run the Prayer of Conviction if they want to. So just go ahead and set this up here. There's the Ruins of Iolan here, as well as the Holy Kitty. And the Regretful Apostle to finish off our Dark Alice, which is fine. We go ahead and set another Dark Alice here. We don't have much in the way of last words, so we do sort of have to keep recycling this Dark Alice. We do have to worry about how to clear that board anyway, so I think the Dark Alice is fine here. We have the Dutiful Steed so that it will pop Dark Alice next turn as well. And there's the Illuvia, so yeah, we definitely wanted to have Dark Alice ready to clear that Illuvia, so that's why we played the Steed last turn. And then our Dark Alice comes out here, so let's go ahead and get it buffed with the Beautiful Steed. Then we go ahead and trade off our Dark Alice here. Here, if I played Dark Alice, I could play Dark Alice and then play the Desert Wanderer. I haven't tested this, but I think if I played Dark Alice... Well, actually I should have played Dark Alice first, then I could have started dealing damage, but I guess I didn't for some reason. But yeah, I probably should have just played Dark Alice this turn. Well, maybe... I don't actually know the order. I don't know if the tree activates. Well, the tree dies first and then Dark Alice. I don't really know the order, so I didn't really want to risk it. So if anyone knows the order, I guess you can let me know or something, but I don't really know the order of how it triggers, so I just played Dark Alice I played the Wanderer before the Dark Alice to make sure that when Dark Alice pops, there'll be 10 last words. There's the Lemonia from them. I guess to be expected, that is how the deck works. There's the Blooming Dancer as well. We're gonna go ahead and trade into our zombie here, which is fine. So we have to watch out for them reaching a 7. Or we would have to watch out if they weren't dead actually. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and duplicate our Kagero here. And then we use the Reveal and Bandit Outlaw to get our Dark Alice out. If you look at my last words actually, I should probably have done this earlier. I'm at 13 now, so with this second Kagero and Dark Alice's Amulet, I'm already guaranteed 15. So we go ahead and use a Ruler of Necropolis to pop our Kagero here to give us the spell, and also summon out the Desert Wanderer here. So we're going to go ahead and evolve the Desert Wanderer for the 1 extra PP. So it's a nice turn 6 OTK, I guess, as Last Word Shadow just does nowadays. So that's it for this game. Let's move on to the next game. So for our next game, we are here in the Shadow Mirror. Again, it's most likely a Last Word Shadow, so we can look forward to that, I guess. And this time we're going second, so we are disadvantaged. Desert Wanderer and 2-Fold Grace are both fine to keep, so I just go ahead and keep them. Desert Wanderer especially is good when you're going second because you can evo it on turn 4, which is very nice. And then we go ahead and just play the Valkyria lands here. Not much else to do. I think the lands here allows me to play 2-Fold Grace and pick Amaterasu in case they play a follower that I need to clear. But they don't. So we go ahead and just get 2-Fold Grace here just to get it in rotation as fast as possible so we can start getting the last word count going. And my opponent plays the Revealing Outlaw here, which is fine. And then they played a second one as well, so that will summon out their Dark Alice. they will trade off to I guess put it back in the amulet. Maybe deny me something like a patchwork pub if I happen to be running that. Go ahead and set up Dark Alice here, just we're planning to clear it by ourselves next turn anyway. And then just open up the ward trees so that we can start using those to draw as well. And out comes the Guyomi. Go ahead and get the tree down here. Dark Alice will come out, and we're just gonna go ahead and trade off into the Revealer and Bandit just to get rid of it. Then we're gonna go ahead and kill our own Dark Alice to I guess put it back in our hands so that we don't have to deal with something weird like a patchwork puppet transforming it. And we go ahead and evolve the Desert Wanderer here just to get more last word count going. We're currently at 6 with the 2 on board. We are at, so this is 9 last words basically is what we're at right now, assuming they don't have anything weird going on. So there's their Dutiful Steed, which will buff their Dark Alice. We give it the same stats as an evolved Dark Alice but without the Storm, I guess. So there's their Kagero here, that's fine. And they go ahead and trade off their or they trade off the Dark Alice and then go ahead and put it back in their amulet as well. And they'll summon the zombie. They're still at 7, so they're quite slow compared to me here, so that's good for me. Go ahead and set up Dark Alice here. Just try to get ready to kill them next turn, I guess. Try and find a second Dark Alice, I think, is the goal. We got another Kagero, so just go ahead and use the Kagero here. Just duplicate the Kagero so we can get more copies of the spell. We're gonna look to kill them next turn, probably, so go ahead and evolve the second Kagero here just to trade off. It's not entirely necessary, but I guess it's fine. So now we have 2 Kageros in hand. Well, we have 2 Kageros, so that's going to be a total of 3 copies of Soul Flash, so if they aren't careful here, they can just die. So hopefully that just happens. So they go ahead and clear our Kagero for us, which is very nice of them. Pick out another Soul Flash, and there's the Tsukuyomi as well. Now Dark Alice is evolved. We've got a second Dark Alice here, which is cool, I guess. Go ahead and put Dark Alice back into her amulet. And then we fuse the Dark Alice here. What we're doing is to make hand space so that we can generate trees. The good thing about trees is that since they get rid of themselves immediately, you can use it like this to just immediately pop Dark Alice. And that also puts us at 16 last words, which allows us to play double Soul Flash and get a nice lethal here, so that's it for this game. So those are the games I have for you today. This list I sort of just put together, just like throwing in a bunch of cards that I thought would work well. As a bet here is not entirely necessary, you can just trade it for something else if you want. But I just choose to run in. Maybe Case Crack might actually be nice for mirrors or something, but yeah, as you can see, this deck has a lot of explosive power now with the help of Kagero. You can definitely kill people very fast on turn 6. Turn 7, I guess it's gotten to its old reliable levels of damage output. The only problem now is that it's has much less survivability without things like all this and especially Abyssal Colonel in the game. With no massive board clear in Istyndet as well, it's definitely not as ridiculous as it used to be, but it's still definitely a strong deck, and you can probably tell that it's quite popular now on ladder by how many times you've played against it already. So yeah, definitely a strong deck. If you're looking to climb for some reason, then this is one of the decks that will do it for you. It's a bit difficult though, so you definitely have to learn how to play it properly, but after that, it's a pretty strong deck. So yeah, that's it for today. See you in the next one. Bye bye.